Last week, mortgage rates dropped to their lowest level since 2022. And by Friday, they bounced back above 6%. If you blinked, you missed the cheapest money of the year, and that's not an exaggeration. Is it a conflict halfway around the world? Hi, I'm Ronnie Margolis with the agency Margolis Team Kauai and eXp Realty. I've been tracking the market here for over 20 years, and with more than 400 closed transactions, I can tell you this is one of those moments where the headlines and the reality are telling two different stories. So let me break it down for you when we do the numbers. So before we look at where we're headed, we have to look at the reality of the first 2 months of 2026. When we look at this graphic and chart, one thing is immediately clear. The Kauai market has started the year even slower than 2025, and that was a slow year for us. Sales volume is down across the board. Single-family homes are down 18% year over year. Condo sales have taken an even deeper dive, dropping nearly 33%, and vacant land has slowed by over 44%. But if you look at the district level, the 5 different districts, we're seeing some shocking contrasts. In the Hanalei district, the number of single-family home sales jumped nearly 28% year to date. But in February alone, we saw a staggering 300% increase compared to February of last year. Meanwhile, in the Kauaʻi district, we're seeing the opposite. Residential sales are down 33%, 44% in February alone. Why do I bring this up? Because if you only look at the past, you might think the North Shore is exploding and the South Shore is crashing. But the truth is, these are lagging indicators. These are decisions made 60 days ago. They tell us where we were, not where we're going. And despite these wild swings in volume, the median price for a single-family home on Kauai is still up 11.5% from last year, sitting at $1.33 million. Well, what does that tell us? It indicates that despite the slowdown, we still have highly capable buyers, likely off-island individuals from the mainland who have the capital to secure property here regardless of the cost. And the entry level is still very slim. Scarcity is the only thing keeping prices north. But to make a smart move, we have to stop looking in the rearview mirror and start looking through the windshield. Let's put away the sold data and look at the crystal ball for the months coming forward, March and April. Now, it's the first week of March, and if you've been watching the news, you know the world is feeling pretty heavy right now. And what does a conflict in Iran have to do with a home in Lihui or Hanalei? Everything. I mean, just last week, we saw mortgage rates hit a 3-year low, briefly dropping below 6%. But as the geopolitical landscape shifted, so did the market. The conflict triggered a spike in oil prices, fueling fears of war-driven inflation. Because mortgage rates tend to follow the 10-year Treasury yield, they bounce back almost overnight. For the cheapest money of the year is volatile. Geopolitics is currently driving borrowing costs first, and your local data second. So let's look at the pulse of Kauai right now. Kauai's housing market is defying the national headlines. In February, we saw 29 new residential listings hit the market island-wide. But look at the demand. 31 houses went under contract. That's a 107% replacement rate. We're selling houses faster than we're listing them. If you are a seller, you still hold the cards. If you're a buyer waiting for a crash, you're betting against a market with no extra shelf space. But the condo market, well, it's like a tale of two markets. It's a completely different story. In February, we had 35 new condos hit the market, but only 24 of them went under contract. That's only a 68% absorption rate, and unlike houses, condo inventory is starting to stack up. While houses are a sprint, the condo market is a buyer's buffet. This is your window to negotiate price. So what does the crystal ball say looking forward into March and April? While we hope that interest rates dip under 6%, it's really dependent on global stability. I personally wouldn't count on it. If you see the rates go low, lock in your rate, find the property that you want, and move quickly. If you're a seller, well, each one of your properties is of course a rare commodity on this island, but buyers continue to be very sensitive to pricing. If you're going to sell, price it to win. Make sure that your house is in the market, not just sitting on the market and building up the days on market so that you get less for it than you could, if you had priced it right. If you want the list of the 14 homes under $1 million on Kauai, direct message me or text me, or you can call me at 808-346-7095. My team and I are here to provide you with all the resources you need to help your dreams of home ownership on Kauai come true. So until next month, check on the people that you love. Say what you've been meaning to say and hold your kids a little bit longer. Stay safe, and a warm aloha from the Garden Island, Ahui. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing property tours and real estate insights from Kauai.